if you look at the spiritual path, trying to understand the big picture, right? What is the big picture when it comes to the spiritual path? You will see that the fundamental thing is where you are putting your attention. Or better, where is the attention? Because the attention is not personal, it's impersonal. But anyway, fundamentally it is about that. So in the beginning, you're going into metaphysics and different teachings that will teach you how to give attention to the positive side of life. And that's very good. It's a first step. Then, later on, you are taught how to have a better movie here. So how you control your negative thoughts, right? Cognitive psychology, very effective, helpful, so that the attention now has a better input, right? Consciousness is getting a better input, because consciousness and attention are the same. They are different words for the same thing. It's just that attention is like when you are directing consciousness into something, so you are saying, I'm becoming conscious of this. It's the same as I'm giving attention to this. Same, the word awareness, I'm aware of this. So now you are taught how to have a better movie here, so that attention that will naturally flow towards the movie in the head, this movie, the virtual movie, so that attention will be fed with a better input. But at some point, you will have to deal with something more fundamental, and is, what is attention really? What is consciousness really? What is awareness really? Three things that are the same, by the way, but is that which is the perceiving of this moment. And when you begin to deal with that, you discover at some point that some teachers have been talking about abiding as consciousness, or resting as awareness, or resting as consciousness. And you begin to wonder, what are they trying to say? So what they are trying to say is that consciousness has the ability to turn towards itself, meaning resting on itself, and forget about the movie entirely. I mean, the movie will continue there, but there will be no need to give attention to the movie, or the attention will be soft. A way to say it, soft, not grasping. No grasping of the objects in the movie, thoughts, sensations, feelings, emotions, no grasping. Consciousness becomes fluid, is kind of resting in itself. That's called resting as awareness, resting as consciousness. What is resting there? Consciousness. Consciousness is resting on itself, because you could say, I am resting as awareness. Yes, but you are consciousness. That's who you are. So is consciousness resting on itself, away from the movie, at least somewhat. It's like taking a little step backwards. It's called in Zen. Step back and resting there. So it's easy to do this, and this is real meditation. Meditation is resting as consciousness. The rest is concentration. Concentrating in a mantra, a sound, the breath. This is not meditation. This is concentration. It may have some value because it helps to quiet the mind sometimes, but actually, when consciousness rests on itself, that also makes the mind quiet. So let's just do it, just follow the pointer. It's intuitive. You don't need to think about it. Just do it, right? You as consciousness, you are the divine consciousness, you know that you know how to rest as yourself. So you take a step back and you rest as awareness, rest as consciousness. Attention has gone a step back and is resting on itself. How do you know that is happening? Your shoulders tend to relax. Your breath tends to get deeper. The body gives you signals that it is happening. The mind gets quiet. The beta waves are gone. The brain is in alpha and theta. And peace begins to happen. The movie of the mind slows down, quiets down. Perhaps doesn't get completely quiet, It knows how to move and make noise, but it becomes quieter. Thoughts become more positive too, if they arise. More intuitive also. Thoughts become more intuitive. Coming from the silence, coming from consciousness itself. So this simple exercise leads to a complete transformation of the spiritual path and eventually leads to awakening. Awakening is realizing that you are consciousness, and that consciousness is undifferentiated. It's not my consciousness. It's just consciousness. It's the same consciousness that is looking through every sentient being in the universe, from plants to animals, humans, ETs, worms. Every sentient being inside that mind-body organism, there is the consciousnessing of the environment. Consciousness is more like a verb actually than a noun. But anyway, that's fine. Is this perceiving? So, if you keep doing this, awakening will come to begin with. Second, your health will improve, mental and physical. Your spiritual life will flourish. You will have peace. And you don't need to be cross-legged meditating all day, no, or several hours in the morning, several hours at night. Nothing like that. That's good. You mean meditation? Nothing against meditation, but the idea is to function in the world resting as consciousness as much as possible, without straining, without feeling guilty because you can't, because just a few seconds that you rest as consciousness, they are already very valuable. And you can always do it. It's like the divine is available right there. In a second, it's available. You just go there. And as I said, this leads to awakening. And if you're interested in awakening, go to brainoptimization.com, then click in the tab Awakening, and there you will find a system, an organized methodology, a system to wake up using awareness or consciousness exercises and clarification of some concepts. It's a 3-hour session, but it's effective. An awakening is the recognition, the realization, the revelation that you are consciousness. And that what you thought you were, this persona, body and mind, are objects, mental objects. Physical objects and mental objects. Nothing real. Not real in the Buddhist sense, because these are transitory objects. But consciousness is not. Consciousness is constant. It's the only constant in your life. It's all day there. Everything else is coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Consciousness is constant. From morning to night, and even during your sleep, it's there. It has always been there since the moment you were born. Even before. And after death, likely.